Hi there, it's the 80 lady here again, and I promised I'd show you some of the products from VoxxLife, and so here we go. First of all, I want to explain a little bit about the technology. This technology is really awesome. It was developed by a gentleman by the name of Jay Dollywell in Canada, and he's a genius, and I think he's as smarter than all the neurologists in the world, but he developed this patch which affects sensors in the bottom of your foot, and the sensors cause a reaction in your nervous system that goes up through your spine, into your brain cell, into your brain stem, and puts you in a state of perfect balance. Now that's called homeostasis, but this is the magic patch. And I told you in my last video how I fell and hurt myself really badly. And a girlfriend introduced me to this technology, and it saved me. It got my homeostasis and balance, so to speak, my balance back. And I've not had a fall in 3 years. And so I think everybody should be wearing this technology. Now, this is called the insole, and it's used more for athletic shoes. I wear it for walking. It's on all 3 pair of my old walking shoes because I've worn them out. But I have taken out the insole that's in the shoe, and I've cut it to fit. I've laid it on this, and I've cut around it to fit perfectly so I can place this back in the shoe. It's got a nice cushion. It's got a good heel support. It has the wonderful technology, and there's a lot of give in this. And you can get them in 3 different stages, or 3 different, there's one hard for athletes. There's one that's much softer. I like this one particularly. This is the classic. And I can't think of the name of the other one, but anyhow, if you go online at Our Feet First at VoxxLife.com, you'll be given the information about any one of the 3 insoles that you might like to purchase. Now, there is another insole, and this one, now this is a men's insole in the gray-green, and this is a really thin, if you notice, a very thin insole. And this is usually worn by men with dress shoes. They don't want all the thickness of the other insole, but it does the same thing. As you can see, here's the patch. Here's what the patch that takes and sends the messages up to your brain to put you in perfect balance. And these are wonderful. I have a lot of friends, male friends, who wear these and find them to be comfortable, no hassle, and they help them with their balance. Now, these come in many different shades to go with the insides of your shoe, but it really doesn't matter because you can't see the insides of your shoe. But if you're fussy, you want bellow, and you want to decide which color you want. Now, there's also ladies, and the ladies come in different colors, and they're the same technology. As you can see, there's the technology. These are the gold, and of course the gray. And then there's the exciting animal pattern, which I think is awesome. And I have a lot of friends who have gone online and purchased this because they think it's really cool. Again, it's the thin insole, and it has the patch. Now, the interesting part about this is that last summer I was going out the door, and I looked down at my shoes, and I thought, you know, they look kind of shabby and they're old, and what could I do? And I remembered this patch. So I came back into the house, and I cut out the insole to fit this old sandal, and I wore it. Everybody kept saying, oh, did you get new shoes? Are those shoes ever cute? It changed the whole appearance of my sandals, and I think I have another summer left of these little doozies. So, and of course it gives me the support, it gives me the balance that I need. But when I can't wear a sandal, or an insole, and when I can't wear a sock, I need that anyhow. And of course, like if I was going to a wedding and wearing sling pumps, I might put this in. But let's say if I don't have an insole that would match the sling pumps, then I go to something that is called the Harmony Patch. And this is technology that is exactly the same as that patch on the bottom of my foot, and I put this on. First, I put it on, I put it on right here near my elbow in the inside of my dominant arm, and I leave that on for a day. But the next day, let's say I have a rather low-cut dress, and I can't wear it on my arm, so I put this on my stomach or anywhere in my body where it won't show. And that does the same thing as the patch that's on the bottom of my feet. So I can dance all night, and I do not have a trouble with my balance. So that's called the Harmony Patch. Now there's another patch that's called the Meta Patch, and the Meta Patch is to help people advance their metabolism. And these are patches that last 2 days. They're very much like the other patches. You put them on the outside of your dominant arm for a day, and then you put them anywhere on your body. And what this does, it helps your body utilize the energy that you get from your food. So often we don't take advantage of our body, our metabolism doesn't burn up all the calories, and we get weak and we don't utilize what we've taken in order to nourish us. Now, the one that saved me, I think, is called the Neuroplastic Immune Optimization Patch, or the NeuroVax Patch. And I realized that as I got older, my immune system was really struggling, and I was getting a cold or a sore throat every 3 weeks, every 2 or 3 weeks. My girlfriend got tired of me. She'd say, "How are you?" And I said, "Oh, I'm getting another cold." And she said, "Oh, for goodness sakes." Well, it's my immune system. Well, I was introduced to these about a year and a few months ago, meaning the end of 2019, and I've had one on every single moment of that time period until now, which is March of 21, and I have not gotten sick. And I swear that this optimization of my immune system, helping strengthen my immune system, has kept me from getting colds, but also from getting the COVID virus. And I recommend this to anybody, especially older people who are struggling with their immune system. It's wonderful. And there you can find it again on ourfeetfirst at VoxxLife.com. I'll put the link down below for you. Now you probably noticed my arm thing and wondering, what the heck is she wearing there? Well, this is called an eSmart arm band, and here it is. I have a blue. Now this is for the left arm. I have it in my right arm. You only need to wear it on one arm, but I bought this because I thought the blue was pretty and it might go with my blue outfits. Now seriously, why I wear this is I do an awful lot of creative work, and I write and I paint and I sew, and this patch helps me keep my concentration, helps send the right signals to my brain to make all the cylinders spark at the same time. And the way it was first developed, or why it was developed, is Dr. Jay Dollawell's children came home from college and they said, "Dad, you would be amazed at what kids are doing and taking in order to keep themselves up for exams and their study habits." And so he said, "Well, I think we need to do something about that." So that's the purpose of this. And of course, this happens to be a different design, and here's mine with the different design. See, mine is kind of worn out. I need a new one. But these are wonderful, and you can find them on Our Feet First. They're called eSmarter. And this is a fabulous, fabulous discovery and invention. It's cognitive boost technology. Find your focus. And that blue one I showed you is called the Piranha. So go online and you'll see there's 3 different types of these, and they're all different colors. And you choose your right arm or your left arm, whichever is your dominant arm, because that's the one that sends the greatest signals to your brain. Now let's go into the actual socks I've been talking about all this time. Now, when I first fell and I needed help and I couldn't get my balance back, my girlfriend told me to call VoxxLife or go online to VoxxLife and order a pair of socks. Well, I did, and they randomly sent me a pair, and they sent me a pair of blue Athletic Crew socks in a medium, and I still have them. They've not worn out, and that's 3 years ago. But these socks are Athletic Crew, and they give me the support in the back of my leg, in the calf. They give me the support in the arch of my foot. And here again is the amazing revolutionary Vox technology patch. And that sends the messages up to my brain and says, Sandy, don't fall on your butt in the gutter. You have your socks on, so you can't do that. You have perfect balance. So that's the cruise length. There's an athletic sock that's a little bit shorter that's called the mini crew, and this comes up just above your ankles, but you see it supports the back of the ankles, the Achilles area, and again it has the technology. And then the little lower, now I have a lot of girlfriends who wear this, especially the girlfriends who are golfers, and this is called the no-show. It strengthens the arch of the foot, but it also has the patch. And a lot of the gals with their golf shoes don't want a sock that comes up higher than their ankle bone. It's not comfortable. So these are very popular with golfers and actually for people who do a lot of workout, mostly women. The men usually buy the higher sock, the higher crew, and these are sold mostly to women. However, men could wear them too. And now I wanted to show you the wellness sock. The wellness is something I've fallen in love with. I always bought the athletic crews up until the time I first bought a pair of wellness. And I understand that this was the first sock that the company came out with, and it's very comfortable, very soft. So when I get home from a long day, I want something soft on my feet, and I slip on a pair of my wellness. Now they come in all different colors, and when you go online, you're going to love some of the crazy, wild wellness patterns. For example, here's a pinky that would be just so much fun. And I just bought a pair of wild ones. I suppose I could show you my foot right now, if I can get it up there. Here's my POW. This is my POW. And I got this to help me get through the pandemic by giving me a lot of fun. So I slipped those on today, so now you caught me without my shoes on. So, okay. These are ones that I wear right around the house. When I get home, lots of times I just slip them on. They're like the version of PEDs. They're called Vox Profiles, and they're just a little short sock that slips on, and more for house use, of course. And I imagine you could wear these on the inside of a boot, but there again is your technology, and it has all the points, the heel and the silicone non-slip. Keep your heel and sock in place, and the hand linked for the ultimate comfort, and the soft and skin-loving blend of cotton, the best of science and nature. And these have wicking in them. All the socks do, so that your feet do not perspire. They're antibacterial, so you don't get stinky socks, and I think that's wonderful, especially for you guys out there. You don't get stinky socks. And another sock that I think is truly awesome, this is called our Terra, and this is designed for outdoor people. It's partly wool, excuse me, it's wool. It's a heavier sock. It has the technology in it, and I have given these as Christmas presents to friends that I know are outdoor people, skiers, skaters, and I have a very good friend who is a fly fisherman, and he tells me that when he goes in those cold rivers, these help keep his feet nice and toasty, and also the patch keeps him from slipping on those rocks and falling in the water. Not fun if you do that. So you want to keep your balance when you're fly fishing in a swift river, and I think that he enjoys these a lot, and I gave them to him as a Christmas present, and I think he likes them. I know he does. And now I'm going to show you something a little bit different. This is what we call our knee-high socks, and they come, of course, in different colors. Here's a gray, there's a black. I have a friend who lives in the same apartment complex that I do, and he's an elderly gentleman, and he almost lost his legs in a serious car accident when he was about 22 years old, and he has suffered terribly from pain. He has to get an awful lot of technology, or what am I saying? He has to take a lot of pain pills, or he did. And since he's worn these knee-high socks, he swears by them. And he says, I have not been having to take as much pain medicine. And he goes to acupuncture, but he doesn't have to go as often as he used to because these knee highs have helped him with his pain and, of course, with his balance. And he's a marvelous testimony for what this has done. I have to tell you about these white socks. I wore a pair of light slacks, and I wanted to wear my socks or a pair of socks because I have socks to go with every outfit. But I had these lighter slacks on, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll just try on those knee-high white socks. Well, the kids came down from Minneapolis, and they took me out to lunch. They took me on a bus to a Brewers game in Milwaukee, and all day long they kept saying to me, aren't you tired? Don't you want to go home? Maybe they wanted to get rid of me, but I said no. And they said, why? And I said, I don't know, but these socks, I've had them on all day, and they've helped me feel good and no pain in my legs or feet, and they've given me support, and I feel like I could run 100 miles. Of course, they didn't like that so much because I think they wanted to take me home and go out by themselves, but I hung in there. So anyhow, that's just a small sampling of all the wonderful variety of Vox that we have, and I hope you'll go online and take a look at it. If you make an order, it'll get here within a couple days. If you know of anybody who's suffering with pain in their feet or their legs or neuropathy, please tell them about this. If you know of anyone who suffers from diabetes, they need these. If you have anyone you know who has a palsy of some kind, I have a girlfriend who has a slight tremor. She wears these and she does not have the tremor. And for children who are really hyperactive, we have children's socks, and they help calm the child down. And I think that what this technology has done for the world is truly amazing. It's truly a gift, and I'm just thrilled that I can tell you about it at least. I hope you take advantage of it. I hope it helps you feel better. I hope you stay in balance, and I hope you stay out of the gutter. This is Sandy. This is the 80 Lady. This is over, but I'm not out. Not yet, anyhow. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, life is a banquet, and half the poor suckers are starving to death.